back to Good Day. Diane hails from Michigan. Proud of it, right? Yeah, the Mint State might not be the first place you think of for wine, but there's plenty of wineries and vineyards throughout the state.
Yes, and which is why May is Michigan Wine Month. So many of those wineries are just across the state line in Lenawee County, and Jenna Salazar from Visit Lenawee is here to extend the invite to enjoy local Michigan wine.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Yes, you know, we're pretty familiar with the Michigan wine scene, but a lot of folks aren't. There are a ton of wineries across the state.
Yes, over 140 wineries actually in Michigan.
Wow.
And Michigan is really unique with producing wine, which I've gotten to learn a lot about the last couple months with working with the wineries in Lenawee. But because of the Great Lakes and the River Raisin specifically had a lot of grapes that were grown just naturally. So when the pioneers came and settled in Michigan, they named it the River Raisin, sun-dried fruit, because of how many grapes were along the river. So the soils are just really unique, great for making wines. And then Michigan itself as a state is placed in a really the perfect area to grow grapes, because a little too south it's too warm, closer to the equator, and too north, closer to North Pole, it's too cold. So we're actually like nestled right in the perfect spot, same like with France and Italy. So
yes,
our wines are like
the weather, the weather part of this.
Yeah,
so
that makes sense.
It's really great though that it's kind of a hidden gem. So you have bottles here of 4 wineries that are there. So this is a part of kind of a newer trail that's coming through the River Raisin area. So talk about some of these wineries and the trail.
Yep. So I'll start with Penamere. So I know you guys have been.
We've been to all of them, actually.
Yeah. So they're all have really great scenic spots, and they're all kind of unique in their own. So Penamere is in downtown Tecumseh, so more of that downtown feel that you get. They have a May wine that they'll have on the tasting. Chateau Aeronautique, that is in Onstead, and that one's really
This is cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, right by Sand Lake it is. So for those who are familiar with that.
Yeah, and it's aviation themed because the owner is actually a pilot, so that's really unique about it. The bar actually has a huge like
Wing,
yeah, from a plane. So it's really unique. Flying Otter is in Adrian, kind of more on the outskirts. It's a really beautiful spot. It's only open seasonally because it's just an outdoor patio and tasting room, but you overlook the vineyard and it's so peaceful and awesome. I love that one. And then we have Cherry Creek Cellars that is based out of an old schoolhouse right down the street from MIS. So that one is also really unique too. So everyone has their like a very scenic, special,
great ways to get out and enjoy the weather that we have now. But you also have kind of an event to really bring some exposure to these wineries. So what's coming up later this month? Yeah,
so on May 20th, from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. will be the Fair and Pair. So that's really just to launch and kick off the River Raisin Wine Trail. Tickets are $30 for people who are 21 and older, of course. And if you have a friend who wants to join and just be a designated driver and just enjoy the food, so the pairing at each spot, that's only $12.
Okay.
So
fair enough, right?
Yeah, because it is a self-guided trail, so we want people to drink responsibly and designate someone to drive.
Be safe about it.
Right, correct. So
and Diane, this is video from Flying Otter.
Yes.
Because you visited and did a weather story there too. And as you mentioned, Jenna, it's just such a beautiful, scene to just sit out and relax and enjoy yourself. So that's some of the video that you're looking at there. But so a self-guided tour though, so you're driving along on your own and stopping and going at your own leisure.
Yes, at your own leisure. They have this specific event, Pair and Fair, is from, like I said, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. So you kind of want to plan your day out and make sure you get in that time, so that way you can get the food that they have for this special event out. But yeah, otherwise, if you don't have time on the 20th to make it for that event, you can taste all the wines and go to the wineries along the trail any other time of the year. So
up and visit them. And how do we get those tickets, and is there a deadline to order those by?
So you go to visitlenawee.com. You can purchase them online, and then you choose which winery you'd like to start at, so that way when you get there, it can give you a wristband so they know at the other stops that you're there for the Fair and Pair. And then tickets, actually, we are taking them off sale on May 15th, so we have 10 more days to get your tickets. And there is a capacity too, so if you want to join, make sure you get them really soon.
Yeah, you want it to be a good experience, so you don't want to overload, you know, these wineries. So,
Exactly.
but the pairing sounds really interesting. Did you read through some of those? I think I saw some with risotto and a kebab. And
yeah, the food, you know, very fancy, of course, to go along with these wines as well. And of course, you guys have done the science to know this wine goes really good with that.
They know their stuff.
Yeah, it's all taken care of for us, thankfully.
Really good stuff on the menu.
Thank you so much for coming today. Make sure you get those tickets. Enjoy these places because you may not even know they're in your own backyard.
Right.
And they really are. They just kind of pop up. They're like, oh, hello.
Yeah, and they're
There's a
in the
winery here.
backyard. And so, again, patio weather,
Yes.
which we love.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
So
Thanks for
thank
coming
you.
today.
Thank you.